weathergang.com. I hope you are well as we're about to start May. It's going to feel a little bit March-like. For the foreseeable future, we start out a little bit blustery with some showers and some clouds. No washouts to report and no completely cloudy days are likely, but just get into the mindset that it's going to be cooler than average with some winds even that we have to deal with Monday, Tuesday, and perhaps Wednesday as well. My latest forecast at CWG.news/latest, that's my PM update. We've got the radar to look at now with the final piece of energy moving through the region. We've got that vorticity line and the strong trough of low pressure that's kind of acting and combining energies with the cold front that turned into a stationary front kind of over the Delmarva. That's where the focus of the rains are tonight, and I explained that in my PM update here at CWG.news/latest. It is going to be a concern east of town tonight, east of D.C. for flooding downpours. We have some hail. A tornado has already been reported in Virginia Beach. We could see one or two more reported east of town, especially southeast of town. And we have wind damage concerns for wind gusts, damaging wind gusts 58 miles per hour or higher. Happy Soggy Sunday, Kristen. Thanks so much for tuning in. And Peter, hello. And Ruth Elisa, hello. Thanks so much. And here it is again, the forecast at a glance looking much more March-like than May. So we've got a cool, unsettled start to the week with some hit or miss showers, no washouts to report, but not too much sunshine to report either. Kind of cool and March-like as we go forward. And again, we've got this tornado report down in Virginia Beach, luckily far enough away from D.C. that we are watching things from a distance, east and southeast of town. But make sure you follow us on Twitter at Capital Weather. We are covering the latest there. We've got a few perspectives we've already reported and retweeted for our account there on Twitter at Capital Weather. Wind is still going to be a story. Here it is tomorrow. The next 24 hours or so, peak wind gusts 25, 30 miles per hour can't be ruled out. I think tonight could be 30 miles per hour for a maximum wind gust, and then tomorrow we might see around 25 miles per hour. I don't think we'll get quite as strong for the wind gusts during the day tomorrow as tonight, as this last piece of storm energy is moving through and clearing us out tonight. Kristen, indeed, the rain is helping with the drought. We'll get into that in a moment. Maria, hello, and Charlene is drowning. I'm sorry you have too much rain, a little too much too quickly, eh, Charlene? And then precipitation. The good news is that it's hit or miss this week. Monday, tomorrow afternoon, we've got a decent chance of showers. Again, on Wednesday is a decent chance of showers, but nothing heavy, nothing long-lasting. The animation here kind of gives you a picture of things moving quickly, things moving in a light manner, nothing long-lasting or too heavy. And here is another way to kind of hit that home with you, to really drive home that point, is that you can see how dry we are over the next 7 days. This accumulation map of rain for the next 7 days is not very impressive at all. So by the time you talk to me, next Sunday evening, we might have a tenth to a quarter of an inch in parts of the region. We are going to take a break from our drought-busting rains, or at least I'll say drought-denting. We have definitely put a stop to our major rain deficit. We are in much better shape, Kristen. We need to watch things. If we continue this pattern as we see over the next 7 days here with a tenth, maybe quarter inch in rain. Again, these showers this upcoming week are kind of very hit or miss, spotty sprinkles, a couple annoying showers here and there, but they don't add up to much. We want to watch that as we get into the warmer season. But so far, generally good news with our rain deficit being reduced and our drought even dented a little bit as well. Hello again, I'm Camden Walker talking to you later and later, 8 p.m. sunset. Happy 8 p.m. sunset, D.C. We've reached the threshold there, April 30th, and May 1st is typically right at the point where we have a sunset at 8 p.m., so hope evening light lovers are enjoying it. We have an ever-lengthening day, light from sunrise to sunset, now at 13 hours and 47 minutes. I'm also giving you your pollen report here. Trees are still a little bit high. This is a fairly old data before the rains. So I suspect we're allergy sufferers, the fellow allergy sufferers with me. We're feeling a little bit better with the recent rains. But keep in mind, with a couple dry moments and even some periods of sunshine, spotty periods of sunshine this week intermixed with the showers, we're going to see those grass pollen, grass spores come back, maybe a little bit of mold and mildew, and the trees are going to kind of maybe do one last tiny spike. So please keep those allergy medications on hand. I know I will. I'm live right now on Facebook, Twitter, and YouTube. Please follow us on all three of our social media channels if you could, please. And anytime you need us, we're at capitalweathergang.com 24/7. Let's look ahead to your weekend. It should finally start drying out. We have chances for increased sunshine, chances for warmer temperatures. We actually might time it right for outdoor plans this weekend, even though, yes, we enjoyed a pause in between our two rainstorms on yesterday. We could enjoy a nice Saturday coming up. Low, medium confidence when looking this far out. Things could still change, and of course we will keep you posted at capitalweathergang.com. But the good news is the trend is our friend with slightly warmer conditions, maybe around 70 degrees, and slightly drier conditions. Looking even further out on temperatures into the next work week. This is kind of starting about where you'll talk to me next week for our weekly Sunday Sunset Chat. Temperatures starting to lean with decent probability being above average for next work week. And remember, that's on balance. Can't, say there won't be a cool morning or a cool day here or there. But overall, when you look at the entire week next week, temperatures are looking above average. And then for precipitation, no clear signal either way. Well, south of town, south of the mid-Atlantic, into the southeastern United States, there is a slight chance of above average precipitation. And then into New England, a slight signal for below average precipitation. The rainfall deficit, and this is what you might like, Kristen, if you were still with me, the rain deficit has been drastically reduced. The oranges and darker yellows have now started disappearing. We've gotten some really good rains. This does not even include today's rain, so that's more good news. I think by the time you talk to me next, yep, Maria, a little bit of allergies. And yep, Kristen, you're most welcome. By the time you talk to me next Sunday, I think that we'll see even fewer oranges and darker yellows on this map. 2-3 inches of rain, yes, we could still use it to get even with the rain amount we should see by this point in the year since January 1st, but overall, good news. And Julia, you're most welcome. Gardeners, I know you're eager, and I think all of us, let's say, east of I-81 are in very good shape, very good chances. But as May gets going, there's even over 50% chance along I-81 and points west that you can start planting those sensitive vegetation, sensitive plants. Now, if you're in West Virginia and those greens, blue hues, the darker green, those are where May still has a chance for a frost or freeze. So please, play it cautious if you are, west of I-81, just to be sure. But along I-95 and I think Central Virginia points, east of I-81, you should be in darn good shape. Wow, Kenny, 3.5 inches of unofficial rain near Falling Waters, West Virginia. I love that. Thank you for that report, Kenny. That's fantastic. All right, here it is. Look quickly at radar and the latest forecast. I have the PM update at capitalweathergang.com. You go directly to it at CWG.news/latest right here for you. And in the PM update, I talk about the severe weather threat east of town tonight, and you can see flooding downpours are occurring. We even had a report of a tornado southeast of town down near, let's see, we've got the Virginia Beach tornado tweet right here, so make sure you're following us at Capital Weather on Twitter. We've got all the details on that, and we are covering that as it's breaking news in the last hour down in Virginia Beach. But luckily, no closer so far, no closer reports of tornadoes in the D.C. region. Marie, you're most welcome. I hope you have a good garden. Good luck with that. And Williamsburg next weekend, I think you should be in decent shape, Paul. I will give you low, medium confidence on some warmer conditions and drier conditions, but please stay tuned to capitalweathergang.com as we get closer. The work week, overall, fairly unsettled, but not a washout. These are very quick-hitting sprinkles and showers in the forecast. Not a high probability of rain, not a high intensity of rain, not a high amount of rain. But we will have more clouds than sun. It's going to feel more like March than May. So keep that in mind. It will be blustery with winds Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday. I should have added some wind emoticons there for Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. But overall, going to feel like March with some blustery conditions, a little bit of wind chill Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. They start eking out maybe a few more moments of sunshine Thursday and Friday, but every day has a sprinkle or a shower chance. So please keep that in mind. If you have a small umbrella, you can just put in your purse or your pocket or just on your belt loop. Grab that just in case, because I think these will be kind of pop-up nuisance showers and sprinkles with not too much warning on radar this week. All right, and once again, latest forecast, my PM update at CWG.news/latest. And we've got the wind being a kind of story Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. Here it is for the next 24 hours. Wind gusts 25, 30 miles per hour. Cannot be ruled out. With the final piece of energy clearing our region slowly after 8 p.m. tonight, we could see a kind of decent spike up toward 30 mile per hour wind gusts for the next couple hours. So no damaging wind gusts are expected around the D.C. area. A few damaging wind gusts are possibly over in the Delmarva, east of the D.C. area. But overall, I think you'll want to hang on to your hats over the next 3 days, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. It's going to be feeling like March with some wind chills kind of really in the 50s, a little bit raw at times because sunshine will be a little bit of a limiting factor. It's going to be limited sunshine with a mix of clouds and sun. But do get outside tomorrow morning. I think that's one of the better mornings, better half-day periods will be tomorrow morning with some decent sunshine. Thanks, Charlene. Thanks, Marie, again. All right, so wind Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, precipitation, kind of hit or miss, light sprinkles and showers, but there's a decent chance Monday, decent chance Wednesday of some nuisance showers and sprinkles. Nothing adding up to more than a tenth of an inch as it looks now. So it will be quick hitting. It will be not too much warning on radar, but they'll pop up, they'll get you wet. So if you can wait 10, 20 minutes, you should be in much better shape. They should pass fairly quickly this week. And no day this week is without a rain chance. So keep that in mind. We'll keep updating you as we go through the work week. If we can get maybe some more time carved out with more confidence that's dry, we'll, of course, alert you on CapitalWeatherGang.com as we get closer. Yep, Kenny makes a good point. Limited sunshine will make for a slow dry out this week. So, hey, spin positive gardeners and farmers might be a good time to plant some things. And if you are looking for some drying outs, look at this rain hole around the Virginia kind of mid-Atlantic area. We see maybe a tenth of an inch, max 2/10 of an inch of rain for many parts of the D.C. area. By the time you talk to me next Sunday, this is over the next 7 days of accumulation here for rainfall. So we do kind of pull back on the gas pedal. That really, these last two rainstorms have really helped our rainfall deficit, and we'll get to that in a moment, but we will be drying out just a little bit this week. Here it is, your 8 p.m. sunset. Happy 8 p.m. sunset, D.C. April 30th and May 1 are typically when we start seeing that first 8 p.m. sunset. So evening light lovers, it's going to feel a little more like summer now, next notch up toward that summer feeling. And we are approaching 14 hours of daylight, only about an hour, I think about an hour more of day length to gain between sunrise and sunset. So cherish it while we've got it as we head toward the summer solstice. And then after that, we slowly start chipping away at our daylight between sunrise and sunset to shorter day length. All right, allergy sufferers. Yep, have a little bit of it, but at least the rains have given some relief to us. This is somewhat old data for trees and grasses this week, but I want to keep you on guard. There will be moments of sunshine this week and still some raindrops and showers around. I don't think pollen for trees and the grass pollen are going to completely take a hiatus, but it should be more manageable this week. That's my spin positive. Thanks for tuning in on Facebook, YouTube, and Twitter. I appreciate seeing you, or anytime you need us. I'm on CapitalWeatherGang.com, but appreciate you following us on all three of our social media channels there. And the latest sunset occurs, Lewis, that is a great question. I think it is right after the summer solstice on June 23rd. That is the best my memory has right now. But because of the optics of the atmosphere, it is not on the summer solstice. And there's similar lag with our sunrises and sunsets at the winter solstice as well. But I'm going to look that up. I want to remember that again, Lewis. Fantastic question. All right, so let's look ahead to your weekend. The next 5 minutes I'm on the air. Let me know if you have any questions. Looking drier, looking warmer for Saturday. Might get back up to that 70-degree mark, maybe as early as Friday. But Saturday has a little more confidence of getting a little more mild, closer to that average. We're getting toward mid-70s for our average high temperatures, so keep that in mind when we even look further ahead. Into next work week, when you see above average temperatures, which decent probability is what the medium orange means, there's a decent probability that the atmosphere is signaling us it will be leaning toward above average temperatures for next work week. That means chances are fairly decent that we see some mid-70s or higher for some high temperatures, maybe not every day next work week, but it does kind of indicate that, with the average being warmer and warmer, we might even be warmer than that. So upper 70s, 80 degrees, not out of the question for next work week as well, but also it could mean warmer low temperatures as well, so remember that too. Precipitation, no clear signal for next work week, but we have a little more breathing room, a little more time, kind of need to soak up a little bit of these 2 to 4 inches of rain that we received recently in the region, especially east of town tonight, is definitely getting a soaking. But the good news is our rainfall deficit really chipped away. This doesn't even include today's rains, but now we only need 2, 3, maybe 4 inches of rain instead of 6+ inches of rain to get back to where we should be for this point in the year since January 1st. You have a safe week as well. Take care, Kristen and Martina. Indeed, the latest sunset is 8:37 p.m., but I think, what's the date of that? Let me know. I think it's June 23rd, just after the summer solstice. Lewis was asking. It's a great question. I hate being stumped, but those atmospheric optics get me every time. I've got to study my numbers. All right, last frost and freezes are getting pushed way toward West Virginia for the average frost and freezes that we could still experience this time of year. So I would even say I-81 and points eastward, you're in pretty darn good shape to start planting even those sensitive vegetables. Patchy frost can't be ruled out. Maybe around Mother's Day, that's typically could happen every few years along the I-81 corridor. But this year, the trend is generally our friend. I'm seeing mild overnight lows for much of the foreseeable future. So stay tuned to CapitalWeatherGang.com in case things change. But we're looking more and more like gardening weather as the growing season really takes hold. My latest forecast at CWG.news/latest. That's my PM update explaining the severe weather threat that is east of town tonight. Flooding downpours, as you can see here on radar, are occurring. We've even had a report down at Virginia Beach of a tornado. So that is being covered on our Twitter account at Capital Weather. We're kind of studying the footage, and it looks like there was a tornado down in Virginia Beach, unfortunately, this evening. But luckily, no closer have we seen any other reports in the D.C. area. So, again, as I explained in my PM update at CWG.news/latest, tonight's severe weather threat should stay generally east of the bay over and along the Delmarva, closest to us from the D.C. perspective. There is the threat. I think the biggest threat is damaging wind gusts over 58 miles per hour. 1 or 2 tornadoes cannot be ruled out, unfortunately. So far, I've seen only 1 reported down at Virginia Beach, and we could see some flooding downpours and a couple reports of hail as well. All right, Paul was surprised by the frost warning last week in Purcellville. Paul, you're in a typically cooler spot there in that part of Virginia, but we'll keep you posted at CapitalWeatherGang.com, give you hopefully enough warning if we need to cover things quickly or bring those potted sensitive plants back inside. Here it is, your forecast at a glance, feeling March-like this week with temperatures and some blustery winds, perhaps gusting 25, 30 miles per hour tomorrow, and then still kind of feeling those strong breezes Tuesday and Wednesday as well. Should calm down a bit. Thursday and Friday, rain chances kind of ease down a little bit. Should see a little bit more sunshine, but still way below average, not feeling like May. Our average high temperatures are starting to get toward the mid-70s for this time of year. So bundle up just a little bit this week. Take out maybe one extra layer. Have a small umbrella on hand for these small pop-up showers and sprinkles. They're very much just a nuisance. They'll be a little bit hard to predict. They'll pop up with not too much warning on radar, but they won't amount to much. They won't last long either. It's just going to be one of those weeks with those raindrops annoying people like me with glasses. And again, wind tomorrow is a story. 25, maybe a 30-mile-per-hour wind gust cannot be ruled out. Wind sticks with us Tuesday and into Wednesday as well. Precipitation animated here for the last 30 seconds that I'm on the air. Just to give you the idea, it's kind of quick, hit or miss, light showers. Monday and Wednesday are kind of higher-ish chances than other days of the week, but we cannot with any confidence eliminate the chance for a raindrop or sprinkle any day this work week. Paul, you're most welcome, and Annette, most welcome. You two both take care. Rain totals this week are pretty darn light, which is okay for the time being, we have put a dent into our rain deficit, which is reducing those deeper yellows and oranges that we had even last week. And I think by the time you talk to me next week, we'll have this even looking in better shape with fewer yellows. And I can't wait to look at the latest drought report, which I'll have for you next Sunday as well. That's going to be some pretty darn good news. And precipitation, though, next work week, not looking like it's going to give us too much of a beneficial rain situation, but remains to be seen. A rainstorm could sneak in here, and temperatures further out next work week also leaning above average. So we finally, for those May weather lovers, it might start feeling like 70s and 80s again by the time we get into mid-May. And I think we've kind of teased that warmer, drier trend is finally going to start hopefully taking hold by the middle of the month. So we'll, of course, keep you posted at capitalweathergang.com as we get closer. Latest forecast at CWG.news/latest. And the radar is active, mainly staying active east of town tonight, as I explained in my latest PM update here at capitalweathergang.com. And your forecast at a glance looking like March, not May. It's going to be a little bit blustery through midweek with shower, sprinkle chances almost the entire work week with some chilly conditions as well. Charlene, you're most welcome, and all of you, take care. I'll speak with you next Sunday. Please have a safe week. Try and stay warm and dry. All right, bye for now.